Good morning, guys. Back at the hacienda today. Boogie, why you gotta lay on the camera? Had a little rain over the last few days. Quiet morning with coffee. Figured I'd chat at y'all before the day got started. Hey, Stans, what's going on? Yeah, down out of Houston, it was a pretty good little storm there yesterday. I think they had 100-mile-an-hour winds. Hey, coffee. Not much to chit chat about, no purpose. Unless y'all got something specific about. We got some rain here too. The garden down there needed it. It was getting kind of dry. Here, I ain't been down this morning yet, but it looks kind of like the corn might have made it. Maybe the goats didn't kill it. What's going on, Dusty? I'm trying to get down there and make a little garden update video today. Morning, Sheriff. Yeah, they can. Luckily, it was pretty much only rain up here at the farm. Houston got a lot more wind and hail, I think, tornadoes. But it was a lot of wind. It hit just as I was leaving town, coming back to the farm. I think they had some 100-mile-an-hour winds around there, straight line. And some hail. It didn't miss our place by far. We got a little wind and rain, but nothing too bad, I don't think. At least Ann didn't tell me there was anything bad. Pool got dirty. Gonna be a busy weekend out here on the farm. Doug, what's going on, man? Well, thanks for stopping by. We just chit-chatting. Nothing specific. Well, y'all come on out. I'm sure we got plenty to do. I need to try and get them beehives checked. Hey, Kevin. Yeah, I don't ever schedule anything. Yeah, they're not too bad, Doug. I can't put too much integrity on none of that stuff caught by camera and house stands. The lens flares and camera artifacts. You too, Doug. Stay safe, buddy. Camera artifacts and lens flares. I don't think the camera is really what we see as people. And really, in my opinion, most of that stuff the military uses or the government uses on lasers is not visible from our human eye. I know a lot of people like to think they're colored lasers, but for the biggest part, they are color. Unless you got special equipment, you ain't gonna see them. But it is completely possible. Who knows? Anybody else hear anything about that Cuban deal down there? Their banks collapsing or something? I've heard it a couple of times now, but can't really seem to find anything online about it. Apparently, the banks have closed up shop and everybody's had and emptied the vault, and now the government down there is offering some kind of universal basic income. Digital, of course. Not, but it wouldn't surprise me. I knew a couple of weeks ago they were having banking issues down there, but I didn't know everybody just closed up shop and left. I didn't find much about it on YouTube last night. I looked around a little bit. Hey, Random. Yes, it is. I much prefer this view than the city view. Hey, Wolf. I guess it kind of might be relaxing for those of people that can't get out of the city. Hey, Tony. Just getting the morning started. Figured I'd hang out with y'all on the porch while I was drinking coffee. There's Zach made it by again. Hey, Kevin. Bug out. What's going on? Hope you're doing all right today. Man, I sure liked your little video the other day about fake ass YouTube people. That was kind of funny. I'm on my damn phone again, so let me see here. Let me try something. Nope, it is not gonna let me make anybody moderators. Hey, KP. Saw your storm video. Everything's all right over there. Like y'all got what we had yesterday evening. Doggies are gonna go make their rounds. well, it really ain't sideways bug out. I mean, it's just what it is. Hey, Joe. Deathclaw. Yeah, I was hearing last night there was about 700,000 out here in Texas, mostly there around the Houston area. Oh, we probably got an inch, inch and a half here at the farm. I don't know what was in Houston, but it was it was for a few days here. I've been lucky this year. Hadn't had to run the well too much to keep the garden watered. Good thing. I will not complain about rain here in Texas, especially in May. Although I don't need it so much all at once, I'd prefer the slow method, but I'll take what we can get. Because it won't be long, it's going to be hotter than Hades and no rain. That is always good, Joe. Especially when you need the stuff. Hey, Mrs. Metal. Yes, it is. I'm going to go down there and do you a garden video today, just for you. I ain't made it yet, but right through there, I can see my corn is still there and didn't die, so hopefully the goats didn't. They just took about a foot and a half off of it. Yeah. Buckets or nothing at all, right? We got some log trucks out today. I can hear them from the highway. Well, good morning, Des. I noticed last night when I came in, my chicken light was off down there, so I hope my chicks didn't freeze. I don't know what happened. Kicked a breaker, or maybe the bull burned. Hey, Canagen. Not much, just sitting on the porch. Probably a cool 70 degrees and wet. Hey, Freedom. Man, I hate YouTube style on these phones, and comments just don't stay up there. I'm just gonna have to do one from my computer so I can make all y'all moderators. I hate to tell you to throw the links in the chat. When you're blue, you can just go see anybody you want. So I prefer everybody be a moderator. But y'all throw everybody's links in there if you got time or sitting at a computer. We need to share and meet each other while we can, guys. I really wish we could start something where people could get together. I know everybody, hey LG, what's going on? Oh, nothing specific. We're just BSing. Everybody wants to talk about community on the internet, but you need to get out there and actually shake hands and meet people and go places and do things together. At work. I know the YouTube meetup thingies are fun, but past the point of fun. Hey, off the wall. Going to Missouri. Yeah, I don't make many of those. Well, I hadn't made any of those meetups. We had our, I don't know what you want to call it, meetup. You know, back when I did mine, everybody was still talking about meeting up. There wasn't no meetups. And, you know, we did a Skillshare meetup where we just didn't go hang out and sit around and talk and bullshit. We actually did things. Try and teach people, learn people, show people. We cleaned chickens, we canned. You know, we did the things at the meetup. I know entertainment and friends and all that is good, but it's getting serious, folks. I mean, you really need to be knowing some people in your area. Who you gonna call when you're in trouble? It can be any kind of trouble. Hey, Best Life. I know a lot of us in here are getting wise in our age, let's put it that way. And it's even harder to do the things by yourself anymore. Hell, I was leaving here the farm the other day and I had one of these trees across my driveway. Luckily, I just came up there and got the tractor and pushed it out of the way, but you know, you never know when you're gonna need help or what kind of help it's gonna be. Yeah, no phones, no calling. I was listening to Travis the other day on Prepared Homestead. He's pretty good, you know. He don't try and sell you too much crap. I mean, it is the repetitive same old news story cycle, but everybody wants to blame the system and the system and the system and the system, but yet we ourselves are to blame. We are the ones dependent on their system. That's when the internet goes down. We are the ones, you know, fearful of when the grid goes down. We are the ones. And it's not necessarily us. I mean, we are a very small percentage, but I say we, I include the masses. The masses are the ones that control us. In our so-called democracy that we have, 51% control the other 49. And I don't particularly like to live like that. I know everybody wants to blame Biden for what's going on, and he's a big part of the problem. But those problems started and have been going on long before probably most of us in this chat were even born. The system has been screwing us. Stay safe, Canajan. Dez, if you're leaving, have a good day. It's rolling by too fast. I can't see it. At this point, we're really just here along for the ride. There ain't nothing that we can do about it. There ain't nothing that we're going to do to change it, and ain't nobody going to stand up and do a damn thing about it, because if they were, they would have already done it. Well, welcome back, Coffee. I hear that all the time. Why don't somebody stand up? Why don't somebody do something? We all realize that every agency that they have up there is corrupt. That's why I got no faith in Trump coming back in. What the hell is he going to do? I listened to somebody talk the other day about how come there hadn't been some kind of attack yet here in the U.S. A big attack. They were actually talking about the same style of attack that started the Israeli conflict over there. You know, where Hamas crossed the border over there and killed a bunch of people and took hostages and all that kind of crap. Everybody's wondering how come we hadn't had an attack here yet. That's because Biden's still in control. They don't want to make him look bad. So I would assume as it gets closer to selection time, we'll see things ramp up, you know, more violence. They're definitely going to try and come after the guns. I mean, that just people when they think, you know, they're coming after your guns. In all honesty, I don't give a damn what law they pass. If these people are not abiding by the law, why should you? Right? Realize that you should not be playing fair by this point. You're probably in trouble. All is fair in love and war, folks. You think they're going to play by the rules, the Geneva Convention? Yeah. But we're just going to kick the can on down the road, guarantee you. That's what's going to happen. That is the norm. I was talking to a guy yesterday, you know, apparently there's been some talk about the New Madrid and everything going on with the eclipse and the last earthquake over there. There are so many things that are out of our control that could take us out, make our life very, very difficult. I mean, things well beyond our control. You can call it God's will, you can just call it the universe, karma, whatever, it don't matter. There is so much beyond our control, and we have to bicker significant crap. The masses have a way to go yet to be enlightened. It's crazy. Piney Creek. I hadn't heard that one before. Who is that? Got a cardinal right over there. The whole preparedness community thing, you want to call it on YouTube, it's insane. Common sense is going to tell you straight off the bat that you're going to have a hell of a lot more than some box food stored up or a few guns. It's going to take a lot of common sense. Common sense is something that people just don't have anymore. Chelsea, Piney Creek, man, I had a while. That's why I don't remember your. Good for you. Well, the goats and the turkeys just got excited. They must have heard me up here talking. Hello, Tina. It's just crazy, guys. I know y'all all see it. The common sense, the morality issue, the whole... I don't even know what to call it. I just don't explain it. Nobody gives a shit. Morning, Christy. You got all these elitists. Elon. You know, Elon's the greatest one all, come all, be all, you know, blah, 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 smart, rich, blah, 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 blah. You know, billions and billions and billions of dollars off to go live on Mars. In my honest opinion, he's a... Why don't you try and fix what we're on, dude? You're fucking up what we got to try and get off of it. How green are all them freaking rockets you're shooting off every other day? How green are them 200,000 satellites that you're putting around our planet? What is going to happen in 10 or 15 years when all that crap starts falling back in? You think all that shit they're putting... 12-inch water main at the airport, dang. Hey, Carl. Yeah, Carl, I love it out here. We have carved out I guess to some people, a small piece of paradise. It's just insane, these people. Money. The value placed on money. Why we need it. I guess my dreams and aspirations of the whole world as a whole to, you know, world peace, the old world peace. You know, how come we just can't freaking get along? How far advanced would we be if we could all get along? Yeah, bug out. That, you know, the emergency food, that in itself right there is going to kill a lot of unprepared preppers. Hey, Wendy. Ask Joe. He'll tell you. Anybody that's got them. I mean, if you got a little, you got enough. So just go in there and live for a week off of that emergency food. Go in there and try it. Stay safe, coffee. Maybe it's just me, and since I mean, I ain't been camping in a few years, but you get out of your normal routine and your normal food and your normal habits, and you know, you throw in those things that are instantly going to happen if something goes wrong, and your body is going to react differently. You ain't feeling the same. You ain't got the energy of the same. You ain't going to be the same. It changes everything. And when something happens, everything is going to change. I don't give a damn if you got 10 years worth of food stored up. It ain't the same food that you've been eating every day. War in the U.S. is coming. There again, everybody's adjectives, and meanings of the word. Just like you say, freedom. Words make a. It's one guy's war is not another guy's war. Just like the insurrection, you know. Plan and feel the plan, and what I have tried to do here is, I think it's a top situation. There's a slow roll over time. We all know they got Agenda 2030, Agenda 2050. I mean, these people are thinking, 25 years down the road. So it is a long term kind of deal, and we already know ain't nobody going to stand up and do nothing. The people that we expect to stand up and do something, the authorities, they're not going to do anything, which leaves it up to the people, and the people are scared of the government. So, nothing is going to happen. It's going to be the slow roll down, and they're going to make us suffer, and it right every day in front of your face. Everybody happen. It's already happened. It is happening every day right in front of everybody's faces. The immigration, the financials, it's happening every day. You might be 100-year-old bug out, but how about us? It's about the kids. If you're not thinking about the younger generation, whether they're your kids or not, it's the future generations of America. The generations that my kids are going to grow up in. Me and a guy was talking the other night, about the end of the world as we know it. Well, the world as we know it, probably everybody in this chat, it has ended and it ain't ever going to come back. So are we there? I mean, as far as I care, we're there. Me? Well, let me see here. It shows I got good signal on my end. I'm on the Wi-Fi on the porch. But the signals have been screwed for the last couple of weeks, ever since the solar flares really fired up. I mean, everybody's been having signals issues. It looks like it's still running on my end, so I'll keep just talking to myself. How many of those prepper adjectives do you want to use? What's going on, Bruce? Teresa? You want to call it a world without rule of law? All right, let me know. Tell me in the chat, are any of the officials that we've elected in Washington, D.C. that are making our laws and rules and taking us to war and sending our kids off, are they playing by the rules? Are they following the law? If they're not following the law and they're just imposing force upon you, is that a world without rule of law? The WROL? I think so. I just discussed the end of the world as we know it. The world that we grew up in. I'll move a little closer here, but let me, yeah, rules for thee and not for me. So we're in WROL and we're in Titawakoni. What else we got? Shit hit the fan? The best I can tell from what news I see and hear every day, roaming around the tubes, the shit is hitting the fan personally for a lot of freaking people. And that is really the big SHTF situation. You got so many people in dire straits that are living paycheck week to week and can't afford, house payments and can't afford car payments and blah, blah, blah. That's big views on YouTube now. People can't pay their bills. Duh, really? You think? Have you not seen what's been going on? And this is new and surprising to these people. It's crazy. I've said it 100 times, you know. Me and Ann have worked hard, saved a little, made some good investments. You think I want to be out here shoveling chicken shit and pig shit? That's not my dream retirement. But yet it's probably the best thing that I can do for my family. The old rat race, it has the masses. And that's where we're in trouble. Because the herd is gonna go. And if you're in the herd, you're going with the herd or you're gonna get trampled. I know some of the blackberries are getting ready out here. Me, I hope I inspire somebody to bug out. I don't know. There again, you look at the few people that, you know, are aware and have the eyes to see what's going on, and it's such a small percentage. It's crazy. I know I can't help them all, can't take care of them all. So again, you know, you just try and do what's best for you and the people around you. I think being able to produce your own food and have animals and those kind of things are going to make the difference. They're no guarantee, but you know, I don't think people remember or know. I mean, I'm not that old of a guy, and I still remember my mom having the little green food stamp books. There probably ain't a whole lot of people alive that are in this chat or going to see this video that remember what war rations were like back in the, you know, the 40s. When they declare that war and they change everything, the things you're going to be able to get are very limited. Everything, sugar, butter, milk, meat, everything going on with the food supply today, I don't have to tell y'all, y'all know. I was reading last night or saw some stuff last night. They had officially confirmed that the H5N1 has transferred to humans. Now they're just waiting on the human to human transfer. I think in the animal sector, that thing had about a 50% kill rate. You know, COVID was like 0.0001% kill rate. And now they're coming out telling us that they've got something floating around that may be a 50% kill rate. You want to talk about lockdowns and changes. Yeah, when we go on war ration footing or a war ration stance in this country, I mean, I haven't even heard in the last month what the strategic oil reserve was. I know we get a lot of our oil from Canada, but you know, when all that goes down, I'll still say there's going to be $10 a gallon gas. I heard the other day there was a 50-cent tax increase fixing to hit California on their fuel. I mentioned the other day, you know, we saw that 23% carbon tax they applied up there in Canada. Y'all don't think that's not coming here? They are going to limit where you can drive, how far you can drive, what you can drive. And that's very easily done with a ration of fuel. If you can't get fuel, how are you going to drive? fuel is $10 or $15 a gallon, what good is it doing you to drive to that job that pays $20 an hour? Last I heard, it was down to about 13% bug out. And it is all going that way relatively quickly. They already have a stranglehold on the masses of people financially. You know, if you haven't gone out and bought land by now, or have a piece of land, unless you got a lot of money, it's going to be very difficult. And it's taking a lot of money to do everything. Everything. I have basically quit fencing here around our farm because the fencing has just got outrageous. My intention was to have cattle panels pretty much all the way around this place with a pipe fence welded. And, you know, when I started 5 years ago, those panels were like $15 a piece. A 16-foot panel, 5 foot tall, for like 15 bucks. That's not too bad. $1 a foot. And the last ones I bought, which were about 6 months ago, they're $40 a panel. Yeah, but most of that is gas bug out. It's not oil. Natural gas. If you're not set up to run on natural gas or propane, it's not helping you much. But hell, propane's $4 a gallon. We could be energy independent here very easily. That's not what they want. So that's not what we're going to get. You know, it's totally fine for them, you know, and I use the military as an example because it probably has one of the largest carbon footprints. They do all of this with the military and then tell you can't have a freaking generator at your house. You can't run a propane stove. You can't burn a wood stove. Send $100 billion to Ukraine for weapons that they turn around and buy from Boeing and Northrop Grumman and Lockheed Martin and all the military industrial complex, but you can't have a 10-inch barrel on your AR. Insanity. I don't get it. I don't really even waste my time anymore trying to figure it out. That's why I try and push across to everybody to be freaking proactive and not reactive. It is happening, folks. There ain't nothing that we're going to do to stop it or slow it down. You do whatever, you know, you can talk and bullshit all you want about insurrection and civil war and this and that, blah, blah, blah. It ain't going to happen. I can tell you what's going to happen, and it's going to get harder and more suffering for you. That is what is going to happen. Less food, less rights, less travel, less of everything. It's just beginning. It's just beginning. And ain't in control of nothing. He's a freaking puppet. I know everybody wants to throw it over on Obama, but his ass ain't doing it either. There are way bigger people in control than that. Those are the puppets that they put out there in front of you for you to look at. What's going on, sugar? Ain't nothing over there. That's how they are. They're headpieces for you to look at and blame. Go get it. Don't stand on the porch. Go get it. And everything that they do is this a distraction to keep you from doing the things that you need to be doing and spending your time and effort and everything. For what? Preparedness is going to come in many shapes, forms, and fashions. And it's a whole mess of shit that goes together. It ain't just one or two little things, and just because you got some food or guns, that ain't going to matter. It's going to take a lot more than that. People and community and help and skills. Doing a lot of things you're not going to want to do. We, and I say we in the term of Western civilization, has become a society of convenience. And not that that's a bad thing. I mean, that's just the way that, that's the road that we took. Evolution. The Western side has just, we depend on our oodads and our oodads and doodads and things that make it easy and comfortable, and ordering pizza and quick meals in a box, and you got to get up and go to work tomorrow and get to that rat race so you can buy all some more crap. That's why people don't do this anymore. Homesteading, farming, raising your own food. It is a lot of freaking work. It is your job, basically. It's an all-day thing. In a garden and a homestead, and build and add and service and all that. It takes a lot of time, all day. It's going to be your job. If you're going to do it to live, it's going to be your job. Hey, Chad, what's going on? And you ain't going to make a lot of money doing it either. Probably none. Headed to the rat race. I hear you. There you go, man. I hope you have a good day. The reward of all of this out here and this lifestyle is being a part of it. You have to enjoy going down there and shoveling chicken shit and, sweating, being hot, putting 25, 30 chickens in your freezer, having fresh pork, beef, turkeys, whatever it is. You put your time and effort into those animals, and so that you know what you're getting in the end. We all have the hopes of not buying this store-bought crap stuff. The smart people know. It's part of being aware. You eat a bag full of chemicals, you're probably going to be dealing with cancer. I know, we all can't get away from all the chemicals, but the less and less that you use of that stuff, the better. The difference in tasting a tomato that comes out of that garden versus one bought at the store. What we eat now and what they give to us is not even food. Ain't too hot down here this morning either. It's about 70. Big storms and rain last night, so kind of cool. Well, that's because they're getting paid from YouTube and not that farm they're running. And I won't say that farming ain't profitable. Farming and homesteading on this scale. And, it's really not becoming profitable for some of the larger farms. I mean, they operate millions and millions and millions of dollars to run these big farms. They're obviously selling this product, to the masses and the people, the corn, the peas, whatever it is, cotton. We used to farm cotton, thousands of acres of cotton. But we had to use this specific seed from this company, and we had to use this fertilizer, and we had to use this, and, it had to be harvested at this time, and everything was on a schedule and done by the book and FDA approved and government issued and subsidized land, and, the rules and regulations. It ain't just farming now. You just don't go get in a tractor and plow the field. You spent $2 or $3 million to even get in the field. YouTube is a farcical. Don't believe anything you see on YouTube and only about half of what you hear. YouTube is entertainment. People have realized that, and I don't hold it against anybody. If you're entertaining and want to get out there and do it and make YouTube your career, go for it. I hope you all success and everything in the world. There are always going to be people out there doing the bullshit, pulling the wool over your eyes, scamming you, blah, 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 whatever. You got to be smart enough to see through that. I mean, now, officially, I think I've seen 3 people wash their clothes on YouTube that claim to be off-grid. One of them was using a washing machine plugged into a generator. The other guy actually used his own piss to make ammonia and cooked it in a kettle pot on fire. And the third lady actually did use a washboard. Wait, let's say 4. I watched JW do it in his bathtub. And only one guy, what I believe, Macabus, that probably does it on a regular basis, and that's, how it needs to be done, and, the guy wears around clean clothes. Yeah, totally. They're getting that whole system, with the farm deal and Bill Gates owning all. And what do you think they're doing right now? You can't afford to buy a house. Interest rates are too high. Payments are too high. Foreclosures are up. Repos, Who do you think is buying all of it up? Where are they going back to? The big banks? Everything is going to crash. The housing market is going to crash right when people can't afford to buy houses. Who's going to buy up all these houses? The big names, y'all hear, BlackRock. They're supposed to be, there's almost, a bank crashing every week now? Yeah, the thing with washing them clothes is, washing them, even though it's a pain in the ass, can be done. It's the drying part that gets you. And I know, here in Texas, most of the year you can hang clothes out on a clothesline to dry. But it's not the convenience that everybody is used to. Throw a load of clothes in, an hour later you got clean clothes. 30 minutes later your clothes are dry. The convenience of taking away clean clothes is a very small aspect of off-grid living, but every damn YouTube channel that you tune into, every one of them are wearing clean clothes, hard pressed, look like they're straight from the cleaners. Oh boy. And that's just not, not feasible. Yeah, the whole bank financial deal is, again, I just don't think the masses of people can wrap their head around how the financial system works. And it is a convoluted clusterfuck mess. And the same story holds true. I mean, if you're not part of the club, you're not going to get in the club. Those people on Wall Street, those big people, and there's a few smart individuals out there, that can play the market and make some money, blah, 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 but it's all a gamble and a risk. I hear and watch these financial guys on YouTube. You got the Economic Ninja and you got Johnny Bravo. They're both good and can give you some information if you can decipher between the lines. But even these guys, I mean, they're not everyday normal individuals, even beyond the YouTube money that they get. Well, thanks for stopping by, Tony. I mean, they're operating with millions and millions of dollars. And when you got millions and millions and millions of dollars, it is easier to make money. It takes money to make money. And when you got money, it's easier to make money. the masses and majority of people that live in the United States don't have disposable income like that, where they can just go and invest a couple $100,000 for a few days and then pull it out, and make 50 grand. People don't have the ability to move around a couple of $100,000 here and there to make, $10,000 or $15,000. There are some out there that do, obviously. Look around. But again, we have to take the masses into consideration because that is the herd that is moving us around. It's a fine example of nature. The herd moves in safety, and when you stand alone and move outside of the herd and want to be alone and do your own thing, guess what? The lions are out there waiting for you. $10. Come on, Chad. You didn't have to do that, man. But I do appreciate it. I'm doing all right, Country Heart. Enjoying the coffee and sunrise here this morning. Waiting for the four-wheeler shop to open. Get to go down there and check on all the animals this morning. Walk through the garden. See how bad the bugs are. Is Darren in here? Stay safe, bug out. City girl. What are y'all doing? I haven't heard from Darren. It's been all quiet on the home front down there. There's Darren right there, man. We were just talking about you yesterday. What's going on? Dirt work, tons of rock. We like that. I'm gonna have to talk to that guy because I need to load up here. Still working on your visa? Yeah, see there? It's exactly how it goes, man. Honest, good people can't get in. Well, let me tell you, Darren, just go over there and buy you a ticket into Mexico City. Take a Uber from Mexico City up here to the Texas border. If you'll walk across, man, they'll be giving you about $3,500 a month, free health care. They'll probably give you a plane ticket down there, but I'll pick you up at the border, man, when you come across, no problem. You get all the benefits. Come right on in, man, no problem. Guarantee it. Yeah, I got to thinking about that after you told me, John. 25 yards for $800. I could almost drive up there and get Chad's dump truck for that. We could just haul our own, but that ain't too bad of a price. Since that's a dumper belly trailer, he ought to be able to get it spread pretty good for you too. I need a load of it over here on my heel. Well, hell, you ain't breaking the law. Apparently. That whole border deal is insane. Just like Darren, I mean, you know, I got no problem with immigration. My wife is French, so through that entire immigration process, my goodness, woo, it is literally insane. That's what I mean, country girl. It ain't even breaking the law no more. They're letting them in. All you gotta do is come in and tell them you want asylum from Australia because they done went down crazy down there. Tell them you're gonna vote for Biden and shit, man. You're right on in. There's no words to explain what's going on down there. Well, there is, because I mean, we seen them do it to Europe a few years ago. Australia too. Everywhere. That was one of the big bulletin points, I think, of their Agenda 2030 was immigration. Make everybody a third world country with no way to fight back. And they're doing it. They're winning. I got no problem saying it. They're winning. Hey, Wendy, what's going on? They're pulling it off every day. Oh, France has got their own whole issue going on over there. And really, in all honesty, I think probably France is pulling a lot of the strings of NATO. Old Macron. I heard a couple of weeks ago he was wanting to disperse a lot of their nuclear capability all over Europe. 300 plus nuclear weapons to all of the different countries over there. Every country thinking about forming their own military. You know, he's poking and prodding Russia over there, sending the troops in. Been there. Ours too. It is a whole stinking mess. No matter how you get in there and shovel it, it is a mess of crap. And we just along for the ride, guys. It's crazy. Buckle up and hold on. I think we're just starting to see it. The layoffs are really going to start. AI is going to come in. I don't think people realize exactly how much AI can do. A lot of people out there are going to lose jobs. Engineers and designers, customer service people, representatives. No need for people to do it anymore when a computer can do it so much better and faster. Hey, Freezer Bound. And we're going to start seeing that, you know, hitting the people. Well, that goes for everything. We've all seen the security issues in the movies. You know, they got the robotic dog and the robot guy and the robot machine, the robot soldier. They don't need people anymore. How far down that conspiracy theory do you want to go? They released this H5N1 with a 50% kill rate. Woo-wee! It ain't even got to be 50%, man. I mean, you you start talking deadly pathogen and percentages, and it can get really crazy really quick. The panic without rule of law, yeah. It's very easy for them to do, guys. What are you going to do? How are you going to get out of it? Stop people. Panic and unrest. How's it going down in Haiti? How's it going in Cuba? How's it going in Venezuela? How is it going in half of the countries in South America? You know, the one place, ironically enough, Go and do some searches on Russia, cities in Russia. You know, I've watched a few videos lately of places over in Russia. Their cities are very clean. There's no graffiti and trash and dirty streets and, you know, fucked up people around everywhere. Not to say that, whatever it is and their government is right or wrong or blah, blah, blah. It's just, it appears a much better society. I know there's crazy people everywhere, but, and there's dirty places everywhere. I don't know. It seems weird. Oh, because it's easy just to push that button, Darren. I mean, push the button. Why have someone answering that phone when you can have, you can have a computer doing it? Actually, just a couple of weeks ago, my truck got wrecked. And about a month or two before that, Ann's truck got wrecked. So we got two auto vehicle accidents going on, repairs, body shops, neither of which were our fault, but having to deal with these other two insurance companies and the claim process and all of that, you call and it's 10 or 15 minutes to even get a person on the phone. You got AI talking to you for 15 minutes, can figure out your problem. All you got to do is say a keyword and that computer sends you where you need to go. You finally do get a person on the phone after 15 minutes and they're just going to say, well, I'll call someone else and let them know they'll call you back. Which I know now why I kind of got out of the insurance when I did, and I'm lucky because, it's all being taken over by computers and, we just call them computers now, but it is AI, and that thing getting smarter and smarter and more used every day. I haven't even seen the news on that this morning about the tornado down there. It was a hell of a lot of wind. Well, Windy America is still a beautiful place. It's the people that are in control that we have the problem with. That's one thing I noticed about people in government. I mean, I don't have a problem with anybody over in Ukraine. I don't have a problem with anybody in Iran. I don't have a problem with anybody in Afghanistan. And they probably don't give two shits about me over here in Texas. But our governments keep us at war. War is very profitable. You ain't even got to call it war. I mean, they're just all proxies now. Come on now, Darren. Australia is a beautiful place. If you took the people out of control that were leading us down that path, it would be a great place. And that goes for the whole damn world. It ain't any place in particular. Hell, that's just like California. Everybody wants to talk bad about California. It's a beautiful place. But the people in control have made it a shithole. Well, war is very profitable, so it won't ever be illegal. The United States has been at war 93% of our existence. The 250 odd years that we've been here, we've been at war 93% of that time. Yeah, as long as you ain't Australian. Well, it is one place I have always wanted to go, Darren. And I don't want to leave Texas for too many things, but in today's world and age, no, I don't want to go down there. I'd love to see it, but I wouldn't want to put up with their bullshit. And that pretty much just goes for everywhere, anywhere right now. This right out here that y'all see is kind of it. I don't know that there's any better place to go. I ain't found it. And I've looked. Ann has done a lot of traveling. I think she's been in 60 countries thereabouts. A lot of beautiful pictures and a lot of beautiful places. And, there again, I wish, we could all travel and see those places, and we should be able to. But nobody wants to put up with the crap that's going on today. The world is a very beautiful place. I haven't traveled very much, but the few places I've been are beautiful. I mean, other than the United States, I've been all over the U.S., but you see these pictures all over the interwebs. Beautiful places. And as people and humans, we should be able to go to those places, travel and see them. It's a crazy world. Just along for the ride. Thanks for stopping in, Teresa. Nice and quiet out here. What's going on, Canarum? I ain't seen you around. I was just fixing to get off of here probably. I know the four-wheeler shop's about to open. Yeah, I heard that too, Wendy. That has a lot to do with that eclipse, I think. I think the last time the big one happened, it was 30 or 40 days after an eclipse. There's lots going on out in space. A lot most of us just aren't aware of or pertinent. Yeah, exactly. It's too much, man. At some point, when you realize you can't do anything about it, you have to pull in and protect what you got. And hope that you got a bunch of people and a community around you that's going to support you. And you support them. That's what it's going to come down to. That's how it all evolved. We as people weren't meant to be alone. We have always come together in communities and cities and places of gatherings. Safety in numbers. That's not just security. It's nice to be able to call somebody when you need some help or whatever. Help comes in many shapes, forms, and fashions. Could be giving food, could be giving firewood, could be giving labor, could be giving knowledge. Yeah, all of that is on the uptick, whether it be storms or volcanoes or whatever. I mean, I think anybody that has two brain cells that rub together can definitely say the earth is changing, and it always has. It is an evolving piece of life. It changes every day. Well, I guess they saw a deer. And we change with it as people. I mean, you're either going to change with it or we're on such a small scale. I mean, hell, if you're here for 100 years, you did pretty good. And the scale of things is eons, well beyond us. You just get to enjoy it the small time that you're here. There ain't nothing wrong with coming to Texas, Wendy. We're all in the same boat. Hell, I gotta go up to Oklahoma tomorrow. We all in the same boat. Not everybody gonna get along. Uh-oh, we got a coon dog barking off back over there somewhere. Maybe that's what my dogs are after. What's going on, Mr. Carroll? Wendy's up there where the wind blows hard and the hail gets big. And Boosie run off, Shuggy? He out there chasing them other dogs? Hey, Ark, how's it going? Y'all getting storms up there, Ark? Or does it stay south of y'all? We've got the weather so screwed up on this planet, there is no telling. Hell, they've been manipulating it since the 40s, 30s probably. Well, Wendy, we do live in a huge community. It's called the world. We just all can't get along. You start getting too many people living too close together in a real tight-knit community that all has the same belief, and then they start calling you names and get the government in on you. Start accusing you of stuff. Look up Waco. Yeah, that's everybody's thing. We all live so far apart. It's the great thing about the internet. It puts us all in touch, but damn, it's hard for me to fly down there and have a beer with Darren. Even 2 or 3 hours just up there to see Wendy in Oklahoma. I'm going to see a buddy tomorrow in Oklahoma. You know, it's probably 3 hours up there, 3 hours back, 6 hours. You know, that's a whole day. When you got a life, a job, a farm, animals, other things, it's hard to just piss a day off to go visit your buddy. I try and stay in touch with my neighbors around here. Unfortunately, one of my adjoining neighbors he passed away here a couple of months ago, so his property's going to come up for sale. I hope it goes to somebody good. My other neighbor across the street over there, we're friends. His wife's RN. They know what's going on. They're pretty aware. And the other neighbor down here, older fella, they got more money than they know what to do with. But older couple, they're aware of what's going on. And people on the other side of me over there, They're all right. Again, older couple. They're not too worried about what's going on. And neighbors here, I mean, I'm talking, you know, half a mile, couple of miles. Hey, Texas Jan, I didn't see you in here, but have a good day. Oh, I can hear a hawk. Yeah, it's always nice to be able to shake hands with somebody. $15 just to get here. Yeah, Ann and the girls are gonna fly over to Europe here next month. I ain't looking forward to that, but it's a pretty good plane flight over. She's gonna go visit some family. Hope you have fun, Art. I've been thinking about doing another one here in Texas, but I'm gonna make it more, you know, Bland's. They got in on it. Two Doves, a couple of other YouTube channels here around Texas got in on it and did a Skillshare. I'm not a really social guy. I don't care to go out and hang out and just stand around and sit around for 8 hours a day. I got way too much to do and too much going on. Gotta go do something educational and show some people something or learn something from somebody or have a new skill. I can try and take a day for that. Yeah, Bland's are good people. Oh, I don't know Doug and Stacy. I don't watch them. I've seen a couple of videos and I was turned off rather quickly. So I don't, you know, I won't get into them. Yeah, I prefer the Skillshare kind of thing down under. I had one here in the Blands that put on a couple up in the Dallas area. Plant like crazy. Well, you still got time. I was hoping to pull my potatoes out in the next week or so and be able to replant again. Try and get 2 runs in this year. I think I've been able to beat the potato bugs. I need to go down there and check this morning. There's probably a few, I'm sure. What's going on, Chuggy? What y'all been chasing? Let you know. What am I supposed to be letting you know? I missed it. I don't even know if I'm in live chat. I probably missed half of y'all's comments. It's fine, I tell you. I thought you used to be able to change all that. Oh, goodness, guys. Well, the sun is up and everything's calling on me to come down there, and I'm out of coffee, so I think I'm going to call this thing. I do appreciate y'all stopping by. We'll do it again. I'm maybe start doing lives in the morning. I don't know. I hate stepping on everybody else's toes that's got something going on, but I guess y'all can listen to whoever y'all want to listen to. Everybody stay safe out there. Have a good day. Take care. Do something. Do something that's going to matter in 300 years. Y'all stay safe. Take care.